Hey, what's up, guys? So, my gosh, people still talking about this Trump stuff. People are still talking about it. My gosh, my gosh. So, I'm hoping I'm gonna be very generous. I'm gonna give you guys a week to keep talking and crying about Trump and all this stuff. We gotta move on. We gotta move on. Let me tell you something. 4 years from now, if you're not better than you are now, then really can't blame anybody but yourself. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna be like a friend of mine, very cool friend of mine, tagged me on something from a black Trump supporter, and then I'm reading all these other posts for very cool, and some of these friends are cool, some are close, some are acquaintances, saying things that I'm a person just like anybody else. I'm a person, so I'm trying my best not to react, and I don't ever engage in debates on Facebook. I don't ever engage in debates on Facebook, only because the issues are so complex. I literally I don't understand. Like, I'm a very very busy person. I'm a doc. I'm a dad. I'm a husband. I'm a fitness instructor. Um, I got my own stuff that I'm doing on a daily basis. I'm an entrepreneur, so I don't really have the time to respond to people back and forth on Facebook, because I can respond to you and then I have to go for a 10-hour shift, so I'm not responding back till 10 hours later. And then it looks like, oh, you made a point, I'm retreating. So it's like, no, I don't respond. I don't. If we're going to debate or have a discussion, I prefer to do it face to face or by phone or Facebook Live or something. I don't like doing that on Facebook. And then the problem is on Facebook, and I hate to say it, many people are saying things on Facebook that you wouldn't say to somebody's face, either because you're a coward in real life or you're insensitive. There's certain things that I just can't see myself labeling somebody a racist. I think a lot of these Trump supporters actually do believe that they're doing the right thing for this country. I do believe there are a lot of Trump supporters who are racist, but what I'm saying is I'm not going to label you just because you're a Trump supporter a racist. Just because you say certain things, I'm not going to label you a racist. I just think everyone has their own views, and there are some people who are ignorant. Ignorant is not a bad word. Ignorant just means you don't know something. For instance, I'm ignorant to how it is to be a woman. Okay, it's not a bad thing. I'm ignorant to how it is to be a lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender person. I'm ignorant to all that because I'm not one of those people. So I'm not going to take it personal with someone, hopefully someone doesn't take it personal when I have my views on certain things, because it just means I'm ignorant. That doesn't mean I'm, racist, sexist, homophobic. It's just my view. You can't make value judgment of somebody simply because they have a different opinion from you. And think of how many friendships, or think about how many things you're gonna miss out on life, on knowledge you're gonna miss out on life, because you have such a closed mind towards people. It bothers me that I'm reading these posts from people, and people going back and forth calling people assholes, racists, and things like that. They just have a different view. Even when someone tagged me from this black Trump supporter, and she's a black Trump supporter saying all these things, I'm like, wow, she's African American. I can't believe she's that. Those are her views. But then she has her view. It's all good. Um, Even and one of my pet peeves, and it's okay. It's a view when people keep saying, we shouldn't say Black Lives Matter, all lives matter. But again, I don't expect anyone who's not African American to understand that when you say all lives matter, that negate the fact that Black lives matter. I don't expect them to understand. It's not for them to understand. It doesn't matter if they don't understand it. Keep in mind that white person who is saying all lives matter, they're not evil. They truly believe they're being kind. They truly believe they're doing the right thing. It's just that their view. And when people say Black lives matter, we're not being exclusive. What we're trying to say is that, you know what? It's understood that all lives matter, but in this country, we're treated as if Black lives don't matter. So we got to remind everybody that Black lives matter. But it's okay. It's just a view. A lot of times we have to stop making an interpretation of views, and let's get over this stuff. It's like, I'm hoping, I'm gonna give you guys a week. I'm curious to see after a week, if we're still crying about Trump after a week. Come on now, you got that means there's some type of, you need to look within yourself. And the same way you're crying about Trump and blaming him for things, you got to look at yourself and say, am I doing this in other parts of my life? Am I crying about other things and blaming somebody else for unsuccessful things in other parts of my life? You got to ask yourself that. If you're still crying about this a week later, I'm okay with your initial reaction to anything in life. I'm okay with an initial reaction. But if you're still, after a week, you're still crying about it, complaining about it, then you got to look at yourself. and see what other parts of your life you're actually using excuses. Don't get me wrong, I'm not happy about that. I still can't believe, like, wow, he said and did all this and he's still the president of the United States. Okay. That's why here it is. I never said, what's up, Erica? That's why I never said I'm moving to Canada. It's crazy when people say I'm moving to Canada. Are you serious? We live in the greatest country in the world. This is the only country where you can go from the bottom to be on top no matter what. Okay? And you're gonna go to Canada? You're gonna go to Canada because you don't like the president? I've never said that. I'm curious. All those people say I'm moving to Canada. I'm curious to see how many people are moving to Canada. I'm so curious. I want to see how many of you guys move to Canada. I ain't moving to Canada. I never said that because I'm in charge of my own destiny. Yeah. You know what? I've heard the same thing. People say healthcare. The problem with universal healthcare in Canada is that you have to wait a long time for things. So I still say that if you want to change things, we gotta begin with ourselves. We can't count on any politician, president, or anybody in the corporate world to take care of us. We got to take care of ourselves. So to me, I'll be totally honest. I wanted Hillary to become president, but I knew, hey, no matter who becomes president, I'm gonna have to take care of myself and my family. Exactly. I've heard the same thing about Canada. So awesome, awesome. So I got to take care of myself, no matter who became president. You know, if I want to, if I want to make sure I have a retirement account, I know Social Security sucks. Guess what? Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. God is in control. Amen, amen. So if oh, what's up, Diana? There's some people I'm seeing in here. Oh shoot, I love looking at it. I get distracted. See, I have ADHD. Oh my lord. I'm seeing some people I haven't spoken to in a long while. Oh my gosh. I have ADHD. I need to control myself. See, Trump is not in, see, Trump ain't is not making me have ADHD. I have to focus and focus on my ADHD. So I need to focus and do that. So um so for instance, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Jackie. So for instance, let me throw a bunch of scenarios out there. I don't care what Trump does. If I want to make sure I have a good retirement account, I know Social Security is going to suck. What am I going to do? I'm going to make sure that. Thank you, thank you. I'm going to make sure that I save up enough money, live below my means, and invest in certain things that I'm investing in now, and so I can have an excellent retirement account. Awesome, awesome. And you are kicking ass, Diana. You are kicking ass. So congratulations to you. And this is the only country where you could come in as an immigrant from the bottom and rise to the top. Let me tell you something. The reason I believe this, keep in mind, I'm Democrat. I'm not elitist. I was born and raised in the most dangerous city in America. You guys heard me say this. I'm going to say it again. I was born and raised in the most dangerous city in America back in 92, 93. The most dangerous city in America. This is the only country where I could be in a single parent household on welfare, and because of grades, because I worked my ass off, I was able to go to one of the best colleges in the world. And I'm doing one of the best, most respected professions in the world. And guess who paid for my co- I went to Princeton. Guess how much debt I have from Princeton right now? The best college in the world, Princeton. Guess how much debt I have from Princeton? Nothing. And check this out. Check this out. This is why I'm not crazy racist. Guess who paid for all of my Princeton education? Rich white people. So, and guess who was my mentor that helped me get into Princeton from high school? When I won the Star Ledger Scholarship, which goes to like the top New Jersey um, high schoolers, guess who I chose as my mentor? Guess who busted his ass to help me out throughout all of high school? A white man. He was married to a black woman. That's not cheating, but he was married to a black woman. I okay, but he's still a white man. Okay, so Guess who was my mentor in college? A white male professor. Guess who was my mentor at this pharmaceutical company when I was looking at molecular biology, thinking about getting a PhD? A Jewish guy, a white Jewish guy. Guess who was my pre-med advisor to get into medical school? A white woman. Guess I could keep go. I could go on and on and on and on and on. But don't worry, I'm not selling out. I still had a bunch of black people who are also, um, and that's what America's about. That's what America's about, Dan, and that's the point I'm trying to make. Don't let your circumstances define you. In America, you could be from the bottom and make it to the top. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to sell out the most influential person in my elementary school to help me out through eighth grade, and who I still to speak to this now. And I even call her my mom is a black woman. Okay, I grew up around my mom and a bunch of black. I was raised by basically black women because I didn't have a dad, so I was always around black women. I was always around black women. Never raised by my dad. In my church, a bunch of black women. Okay, so don't get me wrong. I've had my influence from both sides, but you know, I've had so many wide experiences. Like I've been around the richest of the rich, the smartest of the smartest with Princeton, MIT, and Harvard. But I'm born and raised from the depths of the ghetto of Newark. I used to rap on the street. My rap name used to be MC Hard Rock. So I see both sides. To this day, even though I'm a doctor, if I play my music, I still play Big Daddy Kane, LL Cool J stuff, the Foo Snickens, Granddaddy IU. Some of you don't even know those names because that's how deep into rap music of the ghetto I was into, even though I've been to the ivories of the Ivy Leagues. What I'm trying to say, and Deanna's trying to make a point, is it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's the president. If you're going to succeed, if you have a mindset to succeed, you're not going to let any obstacles stand in your way if you're going to succeed. So if you want a retirement account, live below your means and save and get a financial advisor and invest in those vehicles so you can retire on top. If you want to make sure that your family's protected if something were to happen to you, wife and dad get life insurance. Okay? If you want to make sure that you have enough for college, start saving now for college. Invest in any of the college vehicles that are out there. Knowledge is free now. Okay. I remember in high school when I wanted to research colleges, I had to go to the library and I used to sit in the back of the library, have all these college books researching colleges. And that's why I chose Princeton. Now, every single thing you want to know, you just go to Google. Okay. So if you want to get it nowadays, you don't even have to go to a physical college. You could do this thing called University of Phoenix to get a college degree. Are you kidding me? We live in a time where opportunity is more available. So come on, guys, just forget about this whole Trump thing and just be successful. You guys are gonna kill it. So I just named a bunch of scenarios. If you want to achieve something, there's nothing Trump can do to stop how you're going to be successful today. There's nothing Trump can do to affect how you're going to be successful today. Because check this out. When he puts the policy in place, you're like, oh, shoot, he's going to do that policy. Okay, I'm going to go here. Oh, I'm going to go there. I'm going to go here. You know? So it's nothing nobody can do, even when it comes to perception of yourself. See, you know what? There's a bunch of racists out there. I don't worry about those races because I know I carry myself in a certain way. So no matter what you say about me in your racist capacity, I take care of my business. So I'm not a victim to racism. So awesome, Diana. So I truly believe that if you have hard work and you're always willing to learn and you believe in whatever you believe in a higher power, no matter what that is, even if you're one of these Scientologist type people, you will be successful regardless of who president. So, and check this out. Now, check this out. Please try this on. Try what I'm about to say. Try this hat on for size. Try this hat on for size, and I'm gonna leave you guys with this. Um, will you live a life? And I didn't come up with this for myself, so I'm not going to take credit for this. I've had a bunch of people from the books I've read and from Landmark to help me think about things like this. And this is why I love the Landmark program, is that you have to look at life as endless possibilities. So you have to look at your future as an empty